Hello, my name is Kiye, and today we'll be fighting Megaera. She's a hydra with 3 heads, red, blue, and green. Her heads will respawn and multiply whenever they're killed. It takes killing 7 heads to actually kill Megaera. At the start of the fight, you're presented with the blue head and the green head active. We start all DPS on the green head. All heads have a basic high damage frontal breath that DPS must avoid. The red head, which is at the back of the cave and not attackable, will be casting Cinders on random targets. Cinders is a fire damage dot that, when dispelled, drops a fire void zone on the ground at the spot the player was standing at when the dispel hit. It's important for players to be somewhat spread out and move away quickly when they have Cinders. When the green head dies, the blue head will withdraw, then re-emerge along with a red head. 2 green heads will also spawn at the back of the cave. DPS will move to the red head. Megaera will go into a rampage. Rampage will throw fire, frost, and nature damage at the entire raid. Stack up for healing and use cooldowns. There will be a rampage after each head death, and each rampage does more damage than the last, so stagger cooldowns appropriately. The heads do not need to be tanked during a rampage. For the tanks, each head puts a unique stacking debuff on its tank. The debuff gets nasty over time, and it cannot get over 5 or it will pretty much kill the tank. To avoid this, it's important to have the tank switch after each head dies. For example, a tank cannot hold the blue head twice in a row. If you have a blue head and a green head, and you kill the green head, you'll now have a blue head and a red head. The tank who first held the blue head will now need to move to the red head. He cannot hold the blue head twice in a row, or the blue's stacking debuff will kill him. Back to general stuff. Active heads right now, we have red and blue alive. DPS is on red. The green heads in the back of the room are now dropping acid rain. Acid rain is a large green ground explosion that does damage based on how close you are to it when it exploded. Being in the center is instant death. If an acid rain drops near you, move away from it and use a defensive cooldown if you have one. We've killed the green head and the red head, and now we're going back to the green head. Our strategy is GRGRBGR, which is fairly murloc-y, but there's a reason for it. The Megaera fight is going to get repetitive. The heads don't get any new abilities, but it is important to note that when you kill one active head, the one you don't kill gets a 20% stacking damage buff. This is to prevent you from just avoiding killing one of the heads forever. Why would you avoid killing one head forever? Because blue, the booger part. When you're actually DPSing on the blue head, nothing is different. At this point, you've only killed the red and green heads, so your specials are still Acid Rain and Cinders, which you should be familiar with. Blue himself is going to be doing extra damage because he hasn't been killed yet. The tank on the blue head will probably need extra heals and to use extra CDs to deal with the increased damage. Once he dies, those buff stacks will reset. If your group goes with a different strategy, this buff can be applied to any head. Any round a head isn't killed, it will do 20% increased damage the next round, and this buff stacks. When the blue head dies, 2 new blue heads will spawn at the back of the cave, and they will start using the blue head special ability Torrent of Ice. Torrent of Suck chooses a random player and chases them down with a large ice beam. Getting touched by the ice beam deals massive damage, and it leaves a huge ice trail in its wake that also deals massive damage if you step in it. Now you can use this ice train sort of to your advantage, because you can run it over the fire spots from Cinders and you will replace them with a giant river of frosty death. People tell me this is a good thing, so definitely try it. Alternatively, you can try to place your frosty death rivers away from other players. This is up to you, use your best judgment, they kind of suck. Do all of this professional ice dancing while you avoid Acid Rain and Cinders, and kill a green head and a red head. If you thought heads 1 through 5 were a little bit boring, try not to pee yourself during 6 and 7. How you stagger your cooldowns at the rampage phase change sort of head death mechanic is going to be the most important thing. Use your creative mechanics like Rogue's Glyph Smoke Bomb and the Shaman Totem that reduces fire, frost, and nature damage taken. Those sort of things are going to be really important. Pair those with your traditional cooldowns like Hymn and Trank, and you will probably still all die in Torrent of Ice the first couple times you kill this anyway. Thank you for watching my video. My name is Kiye, and happy looting!
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it!